We're in the fourth day of a government shutdown. House Republicans spoke on a conference call to discuss a path forward as Democrats remain dug in. Florida Congressman Byron Donalds joins me now for more on this. Hi, Congressman.
It's good to be back with you. How you doing?
I want to start with a clip from Hakeem Jeffries, the House Democratic leader, and I'll get you to respond.
Republicans control the House, the Senate, and the presidency. They've shut the government down. Now, of course, we've made clear we will work in a bipartisan way with our Republican colleagues to try to find a path forward, reopen the government, and reach a spending agreement, but it has to meet the needs of the American people.
Do you worry about that political attack that Republicans were on Washington?
No, I don't worry about it because it's simply not the facts. The facts is that Jared Golden, a member of the Democratic caucus, voted with House Republicans almost 2 weeks ago to keep the government open. You have Angus King, senator from Maine. He caucuses with the Democrats in the Senate. You have John Fetterman. You have Cortez Masto out of Nevada. They're all Democrats. They all caucus with the Democrats. They voted with Senate Republicans to keep the government open. It's Chuck Schumer who's bending the knee to the radical left. That's what's causing the issue here. So Hakeem Jeffries can say whatever he wants. It's simply not true. There are Democrats on Capitol Hill who want to work with Republicans on funding the government and then having responsible agreements on spending for the future of America and for the American people. But it's the radical left that wants no agreement. They just want to try to demonstrate that they're tough enough to stand up to Donald Trump. But that's foolishness. That's politics. That's not how you actually responsibly represent the people that you've been sent to Washington to serve.
I mentioned House Republican leadership had a conference call this morning. Would you describe what it was like being on there, and how are spirits among your colleagues?
Spirits are very high. Our colleagues, especially in the House, we have a strong resolve because we've done our job. We funded the government. We've sent that to the Senate. The only holdup is Chuck Schumer and the Democratic left that want to shut down the government because they want health care for illegal aliens. That's what this is all about. They could say whatever they want, but that is the fact of the matter. They want reckless spending in USAID. They want reckless spending in all parts of our government. And the American people, in their mandate giving to Donald Trump, they basically are saying, no, we're not doing that anymore. And so Chuck Schumer and the radical left are holding this whole deal up. Like I said, there are 3 Democratic senators who have agreed with Senate Republicans to pass the House measure. So House Republicans are in a good position here. Our morale is high. Our voters are with us, and we're going to continue to stand for the American people. I
want to get your take on another big story this weekend. The would-be assassin of Justice Brett Kavanaugh, Nicholas Roske, who goes by the name Sophie now, getting 8 years in prison. What do you make of that?
First of all, I think this is where justice has been done. This is just another instance where we see, again, the radical left has no problem dehumanizing their political opponents to the point where lives are being threatened. We have seen Charlie Kirk. He was assassinated. He lost his life. There were 2 attempts on Donald Trump. We now see that this attorney general candidate in Virginia, he has text messages threatening the life of a former Republican Speaker of the House in the state of Virginia. This is outrageous. But this all is what's happening in our country. The radical left has no problem with political violence. They have no problem with dehumanizing their opponents. And so that's where you have this potential assailant getting 8 years in prison because they think it is okay for political violence. It is not. It should never be tolerated. And frankly, the American people and even to a broader perspective, Democrats, they got to clean up their own party. They can start with getting this attorney general candidate to drop out of the race. It is obscene to be threatening to kill a rival simply because you don't agree politically.
On the Roske case, the Justice Department wanted 30 years in prison. Are you hopeful that they will be successful on appeal?
I think so. I think they will be successful on appeal. This thing will continue. But the number one thing is you have this maniac off the streets. And that's the biggest thing overall. Listen. Politics is a tough situation, tough business, sharp elbows come out. But at the end of the day, everybody just wants to be able to go home and see their families and live in harmony and peace. That is the standard that Republicans have always operated with. It's time for Democrats to join us on that moral standard.
Florida Republican Congressman Byron Donalds, it's great to have you today. Hope to see you back on the Hill sometime soon.
Thank you.